Blessed day, everyone. Isang mapagpalang araw sa inyo. How's your review on video on episode number 1? That is about the introduction, the rationale, the definition of terms, and the career stages of DepEd Order number 24, series of 2020. As promised, I will be making this video because we would like to finish domain number 5. So for this episode, I will be discussing domain number 1, which is about leading strategically. I hope that this video will help you as you brace and prepare for the incoming principals test. I'm praying that all of you who are watching this video will really pass the principals test. Examination for school heads, otherwise known as Principals Exam 2021. This is ASDS Hector DN Makalalag, ang inyong pong lingkod. So let us now proceed with the discussion on domain number 1. So for domain number 1 is all about it highlights the role of school heads in setting the direction, goals, and objectives of schools, and ensuring that these are understood and embraced by all stakeholders. So yun po ang role ng school head. Siya po ang mag-set ng direction, goals, and objectives of the school. And you must make sure na ito ay naintindihan lahat ng mga stakeholders. The second definition of this domain, it encompasses the school head's commitment to a strategic course of action consistent with institutional goals towards maximizing organizational performance. So, kailangan talaga there is a strategic course of action, and that action should be consistent with the goals of the Department of Education. And then, school heads are expected to identify and comprehend relevant sources of information. So yan po ang role na malaki ng school head. You're expected to identify and comprehend relevant source of information. Kaya nga, maraming mga instructions, you have to filter that instructions in your school. And school head should have a complete understanding of the school current and desired state. No sugarcoating, my friends. So dapat ang school head should have a complete understanding of the school's current and desired state. Pag tinanong ng superintendent or from any superior, ilan yung drop out last year, ilan yung enrollment mo last year, yung data mo, and you have the complete understanding about that data and the current condition of your school, alam mo lahat yan as a school head. In short, you should be hands-on, no? And you should have that complete understanding kung ano talaga ang nangyayari sa iyong school. And they should support in executing various collaborative strategies with stakeholders to respond appropriately to the dynamic and rapidly evolving needs of schools. So kailangan you have that collaborative strategies with stakeholders. So ang stakeholders dapat mag-collaborate, hindi aawayin, no? To respond appropriately to the evolving needs, no? Dynamic and evolving needs of schools. Kasi iba't iba ang needs as time pass by. So hindi magkapareho yung needs ng school taon-taon kasi iba-iba yung mga stakeholders natin. So you should have that various collaborative strategies. So yan po ang leading strategically. Let us now go to the different strands of this domain. So the first strand, strand 1.1, this is about vision, mission, and core values. So na-discuss ko na ito, yung career stages 1 to 4. So, for every strand, mayroon tayong career stages 1 to 4. So, take note, yung career stage 1, para lang po yan sa mga aspiring and neophyte school heads. So, pag matagal-tagal ka na sa posisyon mo, dapat nasa career stage 2 ka na and above. So, let us try to discuss the strand 1.1, the vision, mission, and core values. So, sa career stage 1, demonstrate knowledge of the DepEd vision, mission, and core values to foster shared understanding and alignment of school policies, programs, projects, and activities. Take note, demonstrate. So, ibig sabihin parang basic knowledge, no, of that vision, mission. Of course, kasi as a school head, dapat talaga we have that basic knowledge about the vision, mission, and core values of the Department of Education. Sa career stage 2, kung kanina demonstrate, ito naman ay communicate the DepEd vision, mission, and core values to a wider community to ensure shared understanding and alignment of school policies, programs, projects, and activities. So, kailangan you have to communicate. Pag sinabing communicate, sasabihin mo ito, i-spread mo ito sa wider community. So, hindi lang, yung demonstrate kasi sa sarili mo lang yan, di ba? So, okay. Sa career stage 3, sa strand 1.1, collaborate with school personnel in communicating the DepEd vision and mission and core values to a wider school community to strengthen shared understanding and alignment of school policies, programs, projects, and activities. So kung kanina, i-disseminate mo lang, ngayon there is collaboration with school personnel. So you are collaborating with school personnel in communicating. No? Hindi ka nag-iisa. So that's career stage number 3. That's the power of delegation and collaboration. And then, sa career stage 4, you serve as role model in the school and the wider school community in embodying the DepEd vision, mission, and core values in order to sustain shared understanding and alignment of school policies, programs, projects, and activities. So, you serve as a role model. So, kasi, you have that you institutionalize, no, the embodiment of the DepEd vision, mission, and core values. So talagang you are a role model. So that's career stage number 4. So kung kanina collaborate, this time sa career stage 4, you serve as a role model. Okay? So that's domain 1, leading strategically, strand 1.1. Let us now proceed to strand 1.2. This is all about school planning and implementation. Again, sa school planning and implementation, we have 4 career stages. So, as expected, sa career stage 1, you demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the basis of development and implementation of school plans aligned with institutional goals and objectives. So, demonstrate, no, about the understanding and knowledge of the basis and development. Sa career stage 2, develop and implement with the school planning team school plans aligned with institutional goals and objectives. So, you have that development and implementation together with your school planning team. Of course, yung pag-develop ninyo at pag-implement is aligned with DepEd goals and policies. Sa career stage 3, kung kanina implement, sa career stage 3, engage the school community in the development and implementation of school plans aligned with institutional goals and objectives. So you engage the school community in the development and implementation of school plans. So kasama mo na ang school community, kasama na mga stakeholders. And sa career stage 4, you share with fellow school heads best practices in the development and implementation of school plans aligned with DepEd's goals and practices. Kumbaga, kung during those DEP times, no, yung mga early 2000, yung time ng DEP, late 90s, parang scale up ang tawag nila dito, no? You scale up with fellow school heads your best practices in the development. So para ka ring role model sa career stage 4. Okay, so ganyan yung school planning and implementation. Okay, punta tayo sa next strand, 1.3. 1.3 strand is about policy implementation and review. So sa career stage 1, you demonstrate knowledge and understanding of policy implementation and review to ensure that school operations are consistent with national and local laws, regulations, and issuances. Dapat, as a school head, you have that understanding of policy implementation and review. So, kailangan you are knowledgeable with policy implementation and review. Kasi pag hindi mo alam yan, you have no business as a school head. So, requirement pa lang yan sa career stage 1. And then sa career stage 2, undertake policy implementation and review in school to ensure that operations are consistent with national and local laws, regulations, and issuances. So, undertake policy implementation. So, kanina demonstrate, ngayon undertake. So, kasi yung policy implementation and review, that is very, very important, no? At the beginning of the school year, you have that goal setting. At the end of the school year, you have that performance review and evaluation, so that you will have that realization na you are in line with the course of actions from the national, regional, and division policies. So, kailangan knowledgeable ka. So, and you undertake policy, no? Kanina demonstrate sa career stage 2, you undertake policy implementation. Sa career stage 3, you engage stakeholders in improving the implementation of reviewed policies to ensure consistency of school operations with national and local laws, regulations, and issuances. So, ngayon, you engage the stakeholders, kasali sila. So, in improving the implementation of reviewed policy. So, kailangan, sa stage na to, engage yung mga stakeholders mo. So, dapat yung iyong stakeholders are very active in the review and implementation of policies, no, of the schools, of the school that you are managing. Pero hindi rin pwede na sila na yung mag-manage ng school. They are only partners. So they can review policies in order to ensure the consistency of your policy with the national, regional, and division. Sa career stage 4, you recommend to higher authorities the enhancement of policies relevant to school operations based on implementation and review. So, kailangan may MOVs ka na dito. Pag nasa career stage 4 ka na, ano yung mga policies mo na na-recommend sa higher authorities? When we say higher authorities, kasi school level ito, from the division, regional, up to the national level. Ano yung policies na na-recommend mo based on the implementation and review that you are conducting in your school? So, there is a need to conduct implementation and review. So, nasabi ko kanina at the beginning, dapat mayroon kang target setting nakikita mo kung ano yung mga i-implement ng iyong staff together with your teachers. And at the end of the cycle of school year, kailangan mayroong program review and evaluations. So that you know kung ano yung mga accomplishment. So lahat-lahat ng yan sa leading strategically sa STRAND 1.3, you should have that policy, implementation, and review skills sa school. Kasi kung wala yan, you have to start now. Kung wala ka pa yan. Sa STRAND 1.4, so ito kung nasabi ko kanina, kung noon ang research and evaluation ay optional lang, ang research and innovation ay talagang required. Nasa STRAND na siya sa domain number 1. So hindi pwedeng hindi mag-conduct ng research ang lahat ng school heads. So sa career stage 1, you identify relevant research findings from reliable sources in facilitating the data-driven and evidence-based innovation to improve school performance. So yung mga research findings, most especially from your school, from your district, or from your division, pwede mo siyang i-benchmark. So, kasi hindi naman ibig sabihin na from your school talaga yung research na yon. Kasi sabi niya from reliable sources. No? So, pag na-identify mo yan, you are on the career stage 1. On career stage 2, when you utilize relevant research findings from reliable sources, especially in your school, then you are on career stage 2 pag ginamit mo yung research findings. Okay? So, sa career stage 3, you collaborate with school personnel on the conduct of research and utilization of findings in facilitating data-driven and evidence-based innovation to improve school performance. So sa career stage 3, talagang mayroon kang collaboration. Usually the collaboration, mayroon kayong 3 members sa isang group. When you conduct research, that is collab, no? Collab yung term nila yan. And then you conduct research. So sa career stage 3, na-conduct ka talaga ng research. And you utilize that findings in facilitating data-driven and evidence-based innovation sa iyong school. So kailangan, collaboration yan, hindi yan individual. So collaborate yan ang tawag dyan, no? So you have to collaborate with your school personnel. So pwede master teacher or any teacher na makatulong sa iyo. And usually, that research is based on the problems in your school in order to improve the performance in your school. So, wag kang mag-research na hindi naman relevant sa iyong school. Dapat relevant siya, di ba? Sa career stage 4, promote a culture of research to facilitate data-driven and evidence-based innovations to improve school performance and foster continuous improvement. O, nandito na ang CI, continuous improvement. So, pag sinabing promote a culture of research, dapat you require all your teachers at ikaw mismo na mag-conduct kayo ng collaborative research. So, yung career stage 4, mas advanced sa career stage 3 kasi yung career stage 3, you collaborate lang, no, with your fellow school personnel. Yung collaboration usually, 3 lang kayo. So, pag you promote the culture of research, ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga tao dyan sa school mo, you promote the culture of research, you encourage them to conduct research in order to have that evidence-based innovations and to improve the school. That's career stage 4 already. So, yan po ang research and innovation. That is STRAND 1.4. For STRAND 1.5, that is program design and implementation. So, sa career stage 1, You display understanding of the implementation of programs in the school that supports the development of the learners. So, display understanding. So, medyo nasa lower level siya. Sa career stage 2, you implement programs of the school that support the development of learners. So, talagang you are implementing. So, that is career stage 2. Of course naman, nag-i-implement tayo. So, dapat minimum stage natin sa mga current school heads, dapat sa career stage 2. So, walang school head na nandun sa career stage 1. Siguro yung mga neophytes at saka yung mga aspiring school heads nasa career stage 1. So, kasi sabi niya, display understanding lang daw. So, ano mangyayari sa display kung hindi mo i-implement? So, sa career stage 2, you have really to implement that one. So, sa career stage 3 of the same strand, 1.5, you design and implement needs-based program in the school that supports the development of learners. So kung kanina nag-implement ka ng kahit anong programs, walang needs-based analysis, so that's career stage 2. Pero pag pinili mo, nag-survey ka based on needs, kung ano yung needs ng school, kung anong i-implement mong programs, that's career stage number 3. So, design and implement needs-based program. So, kasi yung ibang program, redundant na, maybe, you should trim it down. So, para hindi maraming program na i-implement. Pero pag ano naman siya, may mandate sa national, so you really have to implement that one. So, anong ibig kong sabihin yung mga school-initiated mo, no? Na mga programs in school. Sa career stage 4, you lead and empower school personnel in designing and implementing needs-based programs in the school that support the development of learners. So you lead, yung keywords, you lead and empower school personnel in designing and implementing needs-based programs. So, pag nag-empower ka sa iyong mga school personnel, ibig sabihin, you capacitated them about this program design and implementation. And of course, you lead, no? And if that happens, you lead and empower school personnel, you are on career stage 4. Let us now proceed with strand 1.6. This is about learner's voice. On career stage 1, you demonstrate knowledge and understanding of utilizing learner voice to inform policy and development and decision making towards school improvement. So if you are having that demonstration of knowledge and understanding of utilizing learner's voice, that is career stage 1. For career stage 2, when you utilize learner's voice such as feelings, views, or opinions to inform policy development and decision-making towards school improvement. So, ibig sabihin, pag na-utilize mo yung mga different surveys mo, may mga pamamaraan ka, di ba, para malaman ang voice ng mga learners sa yung schools. So, pag sa career stage 1, you demonstrate lang knowledge and understanding. Sa career stage 2, when you utilize that one, yung mga feelings ng iyong mga learners, yung mga views and opinions. So, di ba may survey diyan, may evaluation. So, pag ginamit mo yan, you are on career stage 2. Okay, on career stage 3, when you design and apply effective strategies in utilizing learners' voice such as feelings, views, and opinions to inform policy development and decision-making towards school improvement. So, kung in-apply, that's career stage 2. When you design and apply effective strategies, that is career stage 3. So, design and apply effective strategy. So, iba kasi yung apply lang or utilize. Pero pag you design and apply effective strategies, may mga strategies ka nang gamitin kung paano mo gagamitin itong mga results ng kanilang mga surveys in order for you to decide well in your school. So sa career stage 4, you already have that systematized processes. You have that system in utilizing learners' voice, such as feelings, views, and or opinions to inform policy development and decision making towards school improvement. So when you have that system in your school, so you are on the career stage 4. When you have that MOVs, no? So when you have that system, nasa career stage 4 ka na. Pero again, sa mga aspiring school heads na mag-take ng principal's test, it is expected that you are on the career stage 1. Pero it is expected sa mga nandyan na sa posisyon that you will be on career stage 3, 2, or 4. So yan yung learner's voice, that is STRAND 1.6. Let us now proceed with STRAND 1.7. So sa STRAND 1.7, this is about monitoring and evaluation, process and tools. So M&E, process and tools. Sa career stage 1, you display knowledge and understanding of monitoring and evaluation, processes and tools to promote learners' achievement. So that is career stage 1. Sa career stage 2, you utilize available monitoring and evaluation processes and tools in order to promote learners' achievement. So that is STRAND 1.7 sa career stage 1 and career stage 2. So sa career stage 1, display knowledge lang. Sa career stage 2, utilize available monitoring and evaluation processes. Sa career stage 3, you design supplemental monitoring and evaluation tools following standard processes in order to promote learners' achievement. So talagang nag-design ka na ng supplemental monitoring M&E tools. Sa career stage 4, you lead in a institutionalization of effective monitoring and evaluation processes and tools in order to promote learner achievement. So kung sa career stage 3, you design, no? So sa career stage 4, you institutionalize the effective monitoring and evaluation processes. Pag sinabing you institutionalize, talagang part na siya ng system. Hindi lang siya as the need arises. So kailangan kahit walang magsabi, all of the school personnel are doing that one sa inyong school about sa effective monitoring and evaluation practices. So, yan ang 7 strands sa domain number 1 about leading strategically. So, sa strand 1 to 7. That's domain number 1, leading strategically. I hope that this discussion about domain number 1 will help you as you prepare for the incoming principal's test. As said by Yusek Jess Mateo, the examination will focus on DepEd Order number 24, series of 2020. So watch out for the upcoming videos of the different domains from domain number 2, 3, 4, and 5. I hope that this will help you as you have that very rigid preparation for the principal's test. I'm praying and hoping that you will pass, especially those who are viewing this video. Thank you very much.